Welcome back to my channel. Today will be another cooking videos, episode 4, and I am going to be making egg roll in a bowl. For those of you that love egg rolls, you're going to absolutely love this dish. It is low carb, it is very cheap to make, and it is so good. Now, if you go onto Pinterest, you're going to find so many versions of egg roll in a bowl, but I have the main ingredients and I like to make it my own. So I always find cool recipes. I'm like, ooh, that looks like it's good, but I never follow a recipe to a T. I always modify it to my liking, and I'll either omit some ingredients or I'll add some ingredients. I just like to make it my own. So I'm gonna show you my version of egg roll in a bowl, and we're gonna get right into the ingredients that I have to make this yummy meal. Okay, here are all my ingredients that I'll be using today. I do use green onions, so I need to get that out the fridge. So I'll get that out the fridge in a little bit when I need to go ahead and add it to a sauce that I make for egg roll in a bowl. But you will need some ground turkey, some cabbage mix. Now, you can buy a whole head of cabbage and shred it however you want, but I always like to find easy shortcuts in the kitchen. So I just buy a coleslaw mix, and it has carrots and cabbage. So you can buy 1 or 2 bags of these. So I just have 1 bag, and that's all that I'll be using today. So again, you can buy the whole head of cabbage or just buy a coleslaw in a mix and make your life easier. And then I will need an onion. I have some fresh ginger. I have some garlic chopped up in here. And then I have garlic salt, black pepper, red pepper, and ground ginger. And then I always make a little homemade little teriyaki sauce that I pour over my egg roll filling. You don't have to do this. Again, like I said, I like to do my own little thing. And then I have soy sauce, cornstarch, brown sugar. I'll be dicing up some fresh ginger, garlic, and I'll put green onions in my sauce, and I'll let it marinate. And I'm going to do that first and then start cooking the egg roll filling. But you don't have to do the sauce, but it gives it an extra little flair to the filling, and it tastes very good. So you can do this, but it's not required for you to do so. So let's get ready and start making that sauce. Let's make a quick, I call it my little homemade teriyaki sauce. I don't know what the correct name for it is, but it's really good. So we're gonna add some soy sauce. And again, I am so sorry. I eyeball everything. I don't take measurements. I'll get better at it one day, but add some soy sauce, and you can make as much as you like, but this should be enough. I add some chopped garlic, and then I'm gonna add some red pepper flakes. I like to give it a little kick. And then I'm gonna add some green onions. And then I'm gonna chop up some of this ginger. And be careful not to put too much ginger, because ginger can be a little potent and you don't want it to overpower your sauce. You put your ginger in your sauce. That'll be enough. And then I put a little cornstarch. And one more ingredient, we're gonna put a little bit of brown sugar in there to sweeten it up a little bit. And don't put too much brown sugar. I just put a little bit just because the soy sauce is so salty. I put just a little bit. Now, as you're cooking your egg roll in a bowl, this is the last final step, is pouring the sauce over the coleslaw mixture, your meat mixture. There's been times where I haven't put enough brown sugar in and it's still a little bit on the salty side. I'll go ahead and sprinkle brown sugar over my mixture until that's all well blended in and melted, and there's no sugar little crystals all over your meat mixture. But yeah, this is a simple sauce right here for egg roll in the bowl, and I just let this sit until I'm done cooking everything else. Okay, now add your olive oil to brown up your protein. I am going to use ground turkey, but you can use whatever you like: ground chicken, pork, ground beef, You can use whatever you like, or you don't even have to use meat. Also, let me let you know what I do. So I put more meat in my egg roll filling because I live with pretty much 2 men, and if I'm just gonna fill them up on cabbage, they're gonna be hungry like an hour later. So I use more turkey and more protein in my egg roll filling just to fill them up more, so they're not just eating only cabbage and carrots. Okay, now that the ground turkey is starting to brown up, I go ahead and I chopped up that onion and add some red onion. I add garlic. I add black pepper. I like pepper, if you can tell. And I add some garlic salt. Don't go too heavy on the salt because we are adding a little bit of soy sauce into this with the little sauce that I made, and you don't want it to be overly salty. And then mix all this. You guys are gonna see how easy this is. We have very little steps left and the dish is done, but I'm gonna show you how I finish it off, which gives it an extra little kick layer of flavor. Okay, the ground turkey is cooked all the way through. All the seasonings are in there, flavoring the ground turkey pretty good. Now it's time to add the cabbage. So just take your coleslaw mix or freshly shredded cabbage and add it into the meat. And just mix that through. And little tip, I don't like completely mushy cabbage, so I'll cook all this through, but I still like my cabbage with just a slight little crunch to it. So, and then I kind of go and season a little bit more because your cabbage needs some seasoning, but just be careful with the salt. I like very well seasoned food. I do not like salty food, if that makes any sense. Okay, now that the cabbage is in there, I add a little bit more garlic salt. Black pepper. I add ground ginger. You don't have to use this, but I just kind of do it to give it that extra layer of flavor. Mix this all the way through. And now I'm going to add green onions. And if you see that it's starting to get a little bit of dry, your mix, I add a little bit more of olive oil to it. I see that mine needs a little bit of olive oil. If you guys could smell this, I wish there was like a smell app. So when we're doing these cooking videos, you guys can smell how delicious it is. Okay, you see the cabbage is still, you could tell it's still a little crunchy, but it's cooked and sauteed. So now I'm gonna add my sauce. Wow, if you guys could smell this. Okay guys, and that is it. Look at this. This is egg roll in a bowl. Ground turkey, cabbage. All it is ground turkey and veggies. like I said, I add a lot more protein in here just so my boys can be pretty content. But this is so good. So let's do a taste test and see how it turns out, if I need to add anything to it. Just a little close up. Tell me if you guys can smell that. So good. All right, let's go ahead and do a taste test and see if it needs anything else. I don't think it does, but it smells amazing. Okay. Look at that, it's ground turkey, coleslaw. It's literally the filling of an egg roll. That is so good. Oh my god, it's so good. We have this at least once a week. It is that good. Let me show you how I plate it. I always make some white rice on the side. So if you see, that's my rice cooker. I always make some white rice. That way it's a little bit more filling and it just goes well with rice. You don't have to use the rice. So if you want to do a low carb meal, don't make the rice. Just the protein and the cabbage and all the veggies alone will fill you up, but I just like to put some white rice on the side so I know they're pretty full. So let me show you how I plate it, and that way hopefully this inspires you to make egg roll in a bowl. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of rice. Put that at the bottom. Okay, now take your egg roll filling, and I promise you guys, the sauce makes it. Okay. And then I top it off with sriracha. If you like a lot of sriracha, go for it, add more, but I just top it off with a little sriracha on the top. And there you have it, guys. That is egg roll in a bowl. Simple. It takes less than 20 minutes to make this meal, and it will fill your belly, and it is very good. And it's actually good the second day. So please make this. You will not be disappointed. All right, guys, as you can see, this meal took probably less than 20 minutes. And I promise you, go the extra step, make that sauce. It puts the egg roll in the bowl like up here. So it is very good, cheap, fast, low carb. You don't have to have the rice, but if you want to be a little more, fill your little belly up a little bit more, make a side of white rice. So on that note, thank you for tuning into this cooking video, episode 4. I've enjoyed making this meal for you guys. So check out my other cooking videos that I have posted. And if you want to see more cooking videos, let me know. On that note, I'm going to close out this video. You guys have a wonderful night. Bye.